Hello and welcome back to the Irish Media Network. I'm Patrick Gracie, and alongside me today is Grace Despard.
Today we'll talk about the protests in Myanmar, the search for the Knoxville gunman, and Caden Martin signing. More on these after the break.
Works hard. Show our viewers the best part.
Started out as a peaceful protest, took a big turn, as 38 people are dead after a protest in Myanmar. This is the deadliest the military has been towards the people since February 1st. Thousands of the protesters have taken over the streets the past couple weeks. Yesterday, the military were given orders by the government to open live fire with tear gas, flashbangs, and stun grenades on the peaceful protesters. Almost 1,200 people have been detained since then. The protesters have been demanding for the release of democratically elected officials. Many world leaders have called for Myanmar to restore its leaders. Pope Francis, one of the leaders, speaking out, saying that the leader should be released now. What's happening with Spacex, Grace?
SpaceX futuristic Starship exploded after what looked to be a successful touchdown. SpaceX had live-streamed the launch and the landing, but ended its feed before the explosion. The full-scale prototype soared more than 6 miles Wednesday after lifting off from the southern tip of Texas. It descended horizontally, then flipped upright just in time to land. The Starship SN-10 was the third high-altitude suborbital flight test of a Starship prototype, similar to the high-altitude flight test of Starship SN-8 that took place in December and SN-9 in February. Both blew up while landing. Patrick, many are still mourning the gun violence here in Knoxville. What can you tell us about that?
Yes, the FBI is offering a cash reward for information leading to arrests and convictions in a pair of unsolved shootings of those teens in Knoxville. On Tuesday, officials announced a reward of up to $5,000 is available for information in the killings of a 16-year-old Stanley Freeman Jr. and 15-year-old Janaria Muhammad. This reward is just one of the many tools that we will utilize in partnership with the Knoxville Police Department to protect our citizens. Joseph Carico, special agent in charge of the FBI's Knoxville field office, said at a news conference. The questions who and why remain unanswered. Investigators have repeatedly pleaded for tips from the public. No one has come forward to volunteer any information to police. If you have any information on this, please contact the Knoxville Police Department at 865-215-7000. IMN reporter Beth McCready took an inside look at new upgrades to the Irish Media Network. Let's check it out.
Here at IMN, we've had a few great upgrades. Over the month-long Christmas break, Knoxville Catholic wired the gym back to the control room in the library. Getting fiber wired back to the control room means that setup and teardown is faster, it's easier to access anything needed, and the students get more time to learn about live productions. I got to talk to some of the students that stream the games to see what they thought about streaming from the control room.
I think being in the control room is a lot more beneficial than being out in the gym. As director, it makes everything a lot easier. I mean, everything's within my grasp. If I need to talk to the commentators, I can. If I need to talk to anyone else on the team, they're right there.
Before the gym was wired back to the control room, the entire production crew was crammed in the top of the bleachers in order to stream. Here's Mr. Shelton, the digital media teacher, with his input on fiber getting added.
It's nice to have everyone in the control room because the equipment's in here and it's set up permanently. And so it takes a lot of the stress off the kids so they can just learn. How does this piece of gear work and how do we use it well? So I feel like our education value goes up.
To see the new gear at work, join us at knoxvillecatholic.com/Irish Media Network. I'm Beth McCready with IMN News.
Junior Caden Martin announced his commitment to the University of Miami. The 4-star recruit for the class of 2022 is set to continue both his baseball and football career at Miami. Martin had narrowed his choices down to Arizona State, Miami, Oregon, and Tennessee. He will be attending Miami on a baseball scholarship, but he will have the opportunity to play football as well. Over the last 3 years, he has showcased his talent, being named the number 7 dual-threat quarterback in the nation and the number 1 baseball player in Tennessee. Congratulations to Caden. What's going on in the weather, Grace?
Here in Knoxville, we're still experiencing some abnormally warm temperatures. This week, the daily lows are going to stay in the lower 30s and highs are going to be in the upper 50s and lower 60s. Up till Wednesday, where the highs are getting into the lower 70s. For the next 7 days, it's going to be partially cloudy, but with some chances for sunshine. In the evenings, you can expect it to be below freezing for most of the week, so maybe take a little extra time in the morning to defrost your car. Looks like it's going to be a great week weather-wise, Patrick. Marvel has some new entertainment stuff coming out. How does it look?
Marvel is back. The MCU kicked off their 2021 slate of TV shows and movies with WandaVision, which stars Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany, and brings the superpowered beings to suburban life. The show premiered on Disney Plus on January 15th and is wrapping up its first season this Friday. Fans have been mesmerized by the show for weeks now, and this conclusion to the first season should answer the questions we've been dying to know. Many other shows have been announced in the Marvel Universe, such as Falcon and the Winter Soldier, Black Widow, and Loki. Marvel is certainly looking to make a statement this year following the booming success of Endgame. Thanks for watching. Be sure to follow us on social media at IrishMediaNet.
Have a great day, and go Irish!